Yeah, the driver's alert stop sign is a supplementary sign that goes on the back of the traditional sign to offer the driver or pedestrians or bicyclists coming at him with knowledge of what the intersection looks like from a topographical sort of standpoint. You can see the green here indicates the direction of travel for the side streets. The red, what our responsibility as a driver is. The arrows draw your attention to the fact that the guy's got the go. He's got the green go sign.
I see. And you essentially designed this?
Yeah, my son and myself have been working on this for several years. And you've gone through the footwork of going from the United States Department of Transportation's approval, who then said, okay, you can test the sign. We haven't done this since 1932, so it's kind of unique. So how do you test it? Yeah. So we had to make up tests, and then we partnered with the University of Nevada, Reno, and several of their departments, social psychology and statistics and applied psychology and that sort of stuff, and learned a lot there, which we didn't know. We didn't know a lot about the sign because we just had an intuitive reaction to the problem that there's, if a sign, the primary stop sign is blocked, what do we use to navigate the intersection? Well, we use the other sign. We use the back of it. A lot of us do. I do, and most everybody I know has confirmed that. So we wanted to develop something that not only was useful, but also wasn't essentially ugly in the neighborhood, because this is about neighborhoods. Yeah. Residential intersections are where many, many accidents take place, and it involves everybody from grandchild to grandparent, which is us, all of us.
And you mentioned this came about as a result of an accident your son was involved in years ago.
Yeah, my son was hit in a hit-and-run accident in Los Angeles, and because of a blocked tree. A block sign actually by a tree, like you can see in the background here is another one. There's a lot of tree growth there, and that's sort of normal across the United States. Signs go up in the clear, and after 20 years we have trees, and they're big and they cover. Not to mention industrial vehicles, delivery trucks, water trucks, a variety of trucks. We found 17 different ways in which a stop sign can be obscured to the driver.
As we mentioned, this is a test intersection. What will tell us if it's successful?
That's a great question. The immediate response for that would normally be how many accidents were there in the last 3 years, and then how many were reduced over a 3-year period. That's not what we're doing. That is a much more complicated study and involves much other different types of range of interests. This study is about two factors. It's about recognition and compliance. Do I recognize the sign? Because we're going to let everybody know it's going to be in the paper and newspapers, television, public service type stuff because it's governmental. Do I recognize this sign? And if I do recognize it, will I comply to what it tells me to do? A lot of signs, don't go, people go. There's a lot of that kind of stuff that goes on. So we're not really trying to say that we're going to do anything at all regarding the drivers except whether they see it and whether they'll respond.